For my number one spot, the fittest golfer on the PGA Tour is John Daly. No, I don't think that was in the notes. This is strictly my opinion, but this is who out there on tour I think is the all-around fittest, who looks the best, who can throw around some weight, who's actually in the gym training. Now, granted, everybody out on the PGA Tour right now is working out. Some look like it, some don't. Some just tend to do, yoga, stretching, and call themselves athletes. But that's besides the point. I'm excluding all of the live defectors like Brooks, Bryson, all those guys. They're going to be in their own separate video. This is for the PGA Tour guys only. I have to mention two key golfers. One you've probably never even heard of, and one you definitely have. Because without these big two, these other six, who knows if they would have touched a weight. Gary Player comes to mind when you think about golf fitness. Okay, he was the first. Not quite. There was a guy before him. Frank Stranahan is his name, or also known as the Toledo Strongman. Gary Player called Frank Stranahan his golf fitness mentor, and we've never even heard of this guy. This guy was an absolute stud. Throughout the years of 1945 to 1954, he was the #1 power lifter in his weight class. Throughout this entire time, he was literally out on the PGA Tour winning tournaments. He would carry around a 300-pound weight set hotel to hotel. He was really the first person to do it, and then Gary Player took after him. I feel he doesn't get the recognition he deserves. I think it's due to the fact that he was an amateur, and Gary Player, the big three, Gary Player just kind of took on that persona of I'm golf fitness, I'm likable. Frank Stranahan guy kind of got left in the dust. This guy was truly a renaissance man of golf fitness. Before this time, even in football, baseball, sports like that are today are common weight training sports, they even look down upon weight training. And then for a golfer to go, no, I'm going to start throwing around some weight is pretty crazy. He did some amazing things in fitness even after he retired. 102 marathons. He was friends with all the bodybuilders. He even judged Mr. Olympia contests. Then after Frank comes Gary Player. Gary Player got into fitness at a very young age. 9 years old, his brother gave him a weight set. The rest is kind of history. Not a big guy, just 5'6", 150, but pretty much revolutionized and really brought the media attention and other players' attention towards fitness more than Frank Stranahan. Some of these pictures of Gary Player are pretty cool. I mean, look at him doing calves. Just doing calves at a tournament. The one-handed push-ups. Gary Player still to this day is working out 5-6 times a week, up to 90 minutes a session. Gary Player's 4 keys are have love in your heart, eat half as much, exercise a lot, and laugh a lot. Gary Player and all of his, oh yeah, you gotta have a tight core just like that. Can anybody else do that? And the record says for itself. I mean, the guy had 160 total professional golf wins all across the world. Coffee ASMR. Coming in at 5'9", 170 pounds, one of the longest hitters on the PGA Tour, Rory Mcllroy. Rory used to be kind of fluffy, kind of nerdy looking. Rory, like most of the golfers on this list, transformed themselves and their golf games got better because of it. In 2010 is when Rory started taking his fitness seriously. A year later, his 4 majors happened. So it's no wonder that fitness and good golf, they coincided. Rory's known to throw around some serious weight. I mean, look at these videos of him squatting. Some of his routine used to include, he would do a 3x3 at 265 pounds, 3 sets by 10 reps of squats at 225, which for a golfer and at 5'9", roughly 170, 160, that's pretty good. Rory, like a lot of golfers, get criticized for their fitness. Back in 2016, Brandel Chambly had some strong opinions about Rory and some of his weightlifting. Rory simply replied with a video of him squatting. Love it. Current day Rory doesn't seem to be throwing around as much weight as he used to. He's kind of tapered it back a little bit, but the guy is still, of course, one of the longest hitters out on tour and fit. No wonder Rory is the current world #1 with 23 PGA Tour wins and 14 European Tour wins. I think it works for him. Coming in at 6'2", 180 pounds, he resembles that more of a hippie CrossFitter. He has 1 PGA Tour win and 2 European Tour wins. Name not too often associated with golf fitness, Dylan Frittelli. Dylan clearly was in the gym. From 2020 to 2021, Dylan picked up on average 18 yards on his drive. The next closest was 10.9. He outdrove the next closest person who picked up the most distance by 9 yards on average. Dylan has done that through throwing around some serious weight as well as moving weight, in his words, as fast as possible. Dylan posts some great stuff on Instagram, some videos of him just throwing around insane weights on the deadlift, him squatting, post round in full golf gear with some 240 pounds on his back. That is a golf fitness definition. For all that strength though, Dylan has one questionable video of him doing some sort of box jump twisty. I don't advise people do this. Inevitably, you're just gonna get hurt, and I really don't know what the benefit of jumping and twisting and doing all this circus act stuff is. But Dylan is at least in the gym throwing around some weight, so that's why he makes my list. Coming in at 6'2", 208 pounds, has 34 PGA Tour wins and 3 majors, Vijay Singh. Now, Vijay may not have the most aesthetic, ripped, muscular looking physique, but this guy's work ethic is unmatched. Tiger always talks about how back in the 2000s, it was just me and Vijay in the gym, like 60 something. The guy is a madman. He does some barbaric tire sledgehammer flipping, throwing things. Vijay's known for after tournaments just absolutely grinding. The thought of him in a gym doesn't surprise me that he's still pretty dang fit at 60. From one of the biggest to now one of the most smallest, shredded, lean-looking physiques out there on the tour at 5'9", 160 pounds, Camilo Villegas. Camilo got into the weight room when he was a freshman at the University of Florida. He was only weighing about $130, and he started to get quickly obsessed. He almost reminds me of Bruce Lee, kind of that small, compact, flexible, tight-cut looking build. Camilo is big into the cardiovascular side of things as well, often riding his bike from Jupiter to Miami, which is some 100 miles. Clearly the guy has some flexibility because, yeah, I don't know how he's getting into that Spider-Man pose without, being in the gym, getting flexible. Some people truly love fitness, and Camilo's one of those guys. There's probably a lot of people on the PGA Tour that are in the gym just because, well, I kind of have to be in the gym now. Everybody else does. But Camilo, God, you can't pull that guy out of the gym or off of his bicycle. Total of 4 PGA Tour wins. Clearly, it worked for him. Coming in at 6 foot, he has 3 PGA Tour wins, and he used to weigh 255, and now he weighs 185. Scott Stallings. What a transformation. He went from 255 to now he's a lean, strong, muscular 185. Scott was crushing sugared sodas. He was overweight, sluggish, strucken with illness. He decided to change himself, which is so cool and something more golfers could benefit from. Scott tends to do a lot of functional kettlebell, landmine press, stuff like that in his 1,500 square foot Tennessee gym. Scott's training like a beast on his off weeks, said to have a 475 deadlift, and in season he's still training like a beast. I find it fascinating how pros are able to balance their fitness and their golf games, because clearly you have to start to adjust it to some level when you're doing it, for 6 weeks in a row. Earlier in the week, Scott's doing heavy, longer sessions, and then Thursday through Sunday, more middle of the week, it's more lightweight, shorter, quicker sessions. Another one of those guys who truly loves the gym, how when he gets to a new city, a new event, he's immediately looking for a gym. That's exactly how I would be. That's the first thing I do when I get to a new city. It's not, where should I stay? Where's the nearest hotel? It's, where's the gym? The modern godfather of golf fitness, coming in at 6'1", 185. He's over my shoulder. Tiger Woods, the name we've all been waiting for. Tiger Woods modernized and changed the game of golf forever. He took golf fitness to that next level. Earlier, as mentioned, it was Frank Stranahan, Gary Player, slowly started building traction. Tiger bursted onto the scene, won, then he picked up 30 pounds on his body, got into the gym, won even more, and then everybody's like, well, crap, Tiger's in the gym, we got to get into the gym too. Let me read some stats here about Tiger Woods and tell me, would these stats be the same or be different if he never got into the gym? There's an obvious choice here. Okay, 3 U.S. amateurs, 82 PGA Tour wins, 15 majors, #1 player in the world for 683 straight weeks, and 142 events without a missed cut. Tiger Woods has a reported 285 one-rep max bench press. It's pretty strong for a golfer. And after his horrific car crash, the only thing he could do was bench press at home because, guy can't be on his leg. He said he was still getting up to like 255 on the bench. He said he hates benching, but this is the only thing he could do. Back in his peak, he was also running a supposed 30 to 40 miles a week. It's a little overkill, and eventually it kind of broke down a little bit. Tiger today still looks great, hovering around 180, doing, in his own words, more functional exercises for his golf game, but the guy is still bulging out of a golf shirt. Truly was a gym rat golfer. Honorable mentions that didn't quite make the list for the absolute fittest out on the PGA Tour include Justin Rose, Jason Day, Ricky Fowler, Adam Scott, Billy Horschel. the gym rat golfer. Fitness is clearly here to stay in golf. It's going to be interesting to see what golfers look like 20 years from now. Are we going to see triceps bulging out of golf shirts? Some level of fitness is going to help your golf game. You don't even have to be out on the PGA Tour. Whether it looks like just a little bit of stretching for you, you're just occasionally doing rotational stuff, whether you're actually in the gym, it's going to help your golf game no matter what level or extreme you take it to. And an exciting announcement I have is Gym Rat Golf clothing just launched. We have sweatshirts, t-shirts, tank tops, some cool designs, nice embroidered hoodie. I like this one of my personal favorites. It's for the golfer that loves the gym, a different breed of golfer, a gym rat golfer. The next video, I'm going to be ranking the fittest golfers out on the Live Golf Tour. There's actually a lot of players out there that would have made my list today, but since they went bye-bye, they get their own video. And performance-enhancing drugs might be in play out there. See you in the next one.